Week 7 kicked off homecoming week for the Braves and their showdown with Guerin Catholic. The Braves moved the ball effectively on their first drive, but a fumble deep in Braves territory gave the ball to the Golden Eagles. After a quick 3-and-out, the Braves offense went back to work and capitalized on a 5-yard Will Turner TD run. In the second quarter, the Braves drove deep into Golden Eagle territory, and a pair of fourth-down pass interference calls on Guerin set up a 5-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Martin. In the ensuing Golden Eagle possession, a pair of Brebeuf personal fouls and a 23-yard pass play set up Guerin for a 1-yard touchdown pass, making the score 14-7. The Golden Eagles offense would have one more chance, but the Braves defense tightened up and headed to the locker room with a 14-7 lead. In the third quarter, both offenses struggled to get momentum. Turnovers and miscues plagued both teams. The play of the defense kept the field position in the advantage of the Braves. Even with good field position, however, the Braves' offense remained sluggish. The Braves' offense continued to struggle, but the defense led the charge into the fourth quarter. The offense got going with a long run by Jacoby McGowan that would culminate in his own 3-yard touchdown run. The defense would close it out, recovering a fumble on a failed hook and ladder attempt by the Eagles. The Braves took a knee to secure their third victory of the season. An overlooked aspect of a football team is the special teams. The Braves have the luxury of two solid options at kicker who also shine on the pitch.
Balancing soccer and football, like the coaches for both have always been very supportive. Never oh, you're doing this instead of this. Is always pretty equal. And the way practices and things work out, I practice from soccer from 3:45 to 5:15, and then at 5:15 I go to the football locker room, put my stuff on, and I'm out, and then warm up for a little bit. But I don't really miss anything because we have specials period at the end of the practice, which really helps me out. And
playing two sports a season is a lot. So first after school I go to the locker room and I put on my soccer stuff, and then I play soccer, and then right after that I run to the other side of the school to come play football, and then I have to split. I'm doing cross country this year, so I have to stay in shape and keep in my runs. It's not too hard because soccer also constitutes for some of the running. But it's been a lot, but it's definitely been worth it.
Football games are on Friday, and I never have to worry about conflicts in games. The only one this year would have been Guerin had we have gone to the county final. But yeah, I didn't have to worry about that.
When we get close to my range, I start warming up, and then when I know like we're probably gonna either kick an extra point or field goal, I usually go to the opposite side of the field. And then when it's time, I come on the field and then I run towards the field goal, so I get like a good view of it. And then I take my steps, I line it up like I usually do, like I've done a million times, and usually I make it. Sometimes one time I didn't.
It's been good to see them both be able to pull double duty. It's a balance as far as trying to work with them because you don't want to tire them out. They both play 80 minutes a night for soccer. So it's a balance of keeping them fresh but getting the quality of work in. Potts has been great so far this year. He's made every kick but one. I think he's 8 of 11, or 8 of 9 on field goals and perfect on extra points. Bevy's started to come around punting. Started the year off a little inconsistent.
Coach Jones will come, and then we'll work with him for stuff for a little bit. Anytime you like tweak something a little bit, you're like, oh, I don't know what to do here. He just tells you immediately, and you just fix it, and you're good. It's
pretty easy to kick a ball, but sometimes you get into like a bad habit of doing something bad, but he knows exactly what to do and how to correct it. So I just go, like, I say, can you watch me kick? And he's like, oh, you're doing this wrong. And then I can just consciously like focus on it, and usually it gets fixed. And he's just sort of been through all stages, and he's just been a great help in improving my kicking.
In big games, it's really it's pretty cool because you have the crowd, the energy. I will say you hit your farthest kickoffs at the beginning of the game. Like against Ritter, I think I had my farthest one of the year. It was almost in the back of the end zone, and it's just like you don't really realize it, and you just go, and the adrenaline kind of kicks in. Well, I had 3 tackles last year.
Okay.
One of them was against Ritter, and I kind of babied out and just pushed the kid out of bounds. My biggest regret last year, I should have tackled him. And then Zionsville, crazy athlete. This kid comes down the middle, and of course I wasn't on the sideline. I was just in the middle, and he goes to my right, and I'm like, oh gosh. And so I somehow fall and tap his foot to make him fall. It wasn't a very athletic or good tackle, but I mean, it counted.
Both good kids, both work hard. As far as it's just good to see them both playing varsity, 2 varsity fall sports, and actually succeeding.
The Braves will take on their second of 3 Hoosier Crossroad Conference foes when they travel to the Royals of Hamilton Southeastern.
A good football team. They played a good schedule. They've had a couple of close, tough losses, so we need to come ready prepared. They play 2 quarterbacks. That's always tough to deal with defensively, but I think if our kids are focused and locked in, we should be all right.
The Braves will travel to Fishers for a 7 p.m. tilt with Hamilton Southeastern.